An age of magic once existed in our world. Lost to history, this time is remembered in the echoes of myth and legend. Humans lived alongside the other name-giver races, dwarf and elf, troll and orc, Windling to Scrang and Obsidiman. The wild places of the world were home to the griffins, demi-wraiths, shadowmants, and other fantastic beasts. The land was besieged by the horrors, foul creatures from the depths of astral space that sought to feed upon and destroy all that was living and good. For years, humanity huddled in underground Kaers as these beings ravaged the land in an orgy of terror and destruction. But now, a new dawn is on the horizon. Brave heroes band together to explore the land of Barsave, fighting the horrors and their constructs, reclaiming the land that was stolen from their forefathers, and protecting their homes and families from those that would harm them. In this age of legends, heroes rekindle the glory of days past and become legends of tomorrow.
So remember all those introductions that we've done, right? I'm sorry, I forgot to click on the sound. Let's.
Oh no!
I know. Good, isn't it?
We're learning.
We'll manage. So let's reimagine the whole thing. Now that I have done a little bit of a reminder of the last session that will not be in the video, does anyone feel comfortable and competent taking us through it so I don't have to do it again?
I mean, you did a pretty good job of it.
I did. I didn't record it.
Aren't these things all about imagination anyway?
Let me just make sure that it works now as it should, just for the sake of it. Okay.
You know what? I didn't actually hear you. You can just say it again, right? Just
So the last session you've touched down outside the Kaer in the real world. You take your first look around of... Actually, before we go to that, I would like just a couple of sentences from each one of you. What were your characters hoping to see? What are they imagining that external outside world after having lived their entire lives in what essentially is a cave? What was in their minds as they came outside and looked around? What's the expectation? Tirli, what did you think you were going to see?
I didn't expect it to be this bright. Oh my gosh. The sun! Wow! That's something.
Yes, there's this huge ball of flame up in the sky. But there's also quite a few clouds. It's very dark. Alette, what did you expect?
Alette's expecting maybe a forest type of surrounding. How she pictured in her when she was reading about it in books, a forest and some lakes or rivers and just a fairy tale type thing because books over dramatize.
Okay. Killith, were you expecting anything specific?
I'm not sure. I think Killith is just surprised that there's so much outside of what he's used to.
Yes, you've never really seen what's called the horizon before. In the Kaer, wherever you looked, it's just a wall and maybe some buildings and maybe some people, but you have never really looked far, and now you can do that. And Adella, what did you expect?
A breeze, some fresh air. It's just compared to that stifling, humid interior of the Kaer. Just something feels like you could breathe properly.
As your feet touch the ground for the first time, you see a desolate landscape. Your first breath fills your lungs with sulfur and sends you into a coughing fit. It takes you a while to get accustomed to breathing this corrupted, poisonous air. As you look around, you realize that you are looking at what you are looking at is not stones or pebbles under your feet. It's bones and skulls grinding to dust. You are ankle deep in remains. What would you like to do with that?
What the shit?
I want to pick up a skull and inspect a skull.
You pick up a random skull. It happens to be a humanoid. It's either an elf or a human skull. You look at it and it almost crumbles in your fingers. Centuries of that poisonous air, coupled with whatever environmental aspects have acted on it, just turns it into pretty much dust under your touch. I would like you, since you're looking down and you're picking things up, I would like you to roll for perception, please.
Just her.
Once Killith realizes what he's standing in, he's screaming internally.
I got a 4. They're bones. I know bones, and these are definitely bones.
Yeah, I was about to say this is kind of your thing.
Speaking of you getting a 4, let me just show you our new landing page. Because why not? Activate.
Activate. Push that big red button and activate.
I'm hoping it gives a little bit more ambience of what we're going for with this part of the campaign.
So it really is almost like Fallout 4, except with less grass.
Less grass.
Except it's more of a wasteland.
Yeah, it's what they really should be doing and make it even more interesting than it is. But Bethesda.
So you've rolled a 4. You have noticed that one of the skeletons that you unfortunately stepped on, you stepped on its pelvis and it sort of broke under your foot. It's clutching to what used to be some sort of a rucksack. It's now just a piece of rug. But there is a piece of parchment sticking out of it, and it's clutching it very close to its body, or what used to be its body.
Gonna have a look at that. What is in his hand?
Yeah, you can.
I feel like if we touch it, we're gonna get cursed.
A piece of paper being held by a dead body is never a good sign.
I mean, I feel like if I just poke it, it'll crumble to dust.
Adella, you're the bone expert. You can. What do you think about this?
You find, when you examine the rucksack, you find a piece of paper, a parchment, that you can open up and read.
Can I cast? Do half magic to see if I can detect anything
Yeah, sure.
Evil.
Absolutely.
Fishy going on here.
Oh yeah, everything's fishy around here.
It's fair. Okay.
Hey Spark, have you ever been outside?
I got an 8.
You've got an 8. That is enough to say that there's nothing obviously wrong here. Yeah, funny enough, Spark is looking around and he's afraid, clearly afraid. He's sort of huddling to the stones that Adella had put in his little lantern, but his flame diminished quite a bit.
You okay, Spark?
I just never thought we'd be in a place like this. There's no fire anywhere. There's just cold. I don't like it.
Neither do I, but we don't really have a choice.
Actually, I'm a big fan either.
I mean, I think it's pretty cool, but at the same time, ugh.
Yeah, I mean, no judgment, but yeah.
Do you want me to read this letter? Did I pick it up?
Yeah,
popped
you've
up.
picked it up. You can read it if you want to.
Okay. Okay. So, dearest Alicia, I know this letter will never get to you with how things are right now, but thinking of you is the only respite my tired mind is able to accept. We go to Alba yesterday. The rumors were true. They somehow got to build their own Kaer. Hundreds of refugees from the nearby towns and villages came here to ask for protection. But we are only met with insults and pitchforks. Folks of Alba don't want strangers in their midst. I'm left wondering whether it's the horrors which will be our doom, or other name givers. Those of us who have nowhere to go will set up a camp at the mountain's foothills and wait for what's to come. The food is short, and many of us have fallen ill. I pray that you are luckier than I am, and if not, I will meet you again in the great beyond. Always loving you, Christoph.
Oh.
Ew. Oh.
Oh, this finally loaded. Oh, nice.
I reloaded my page by accident and now it's not loading.
I
Yeah,
also had to
mine is-
reset.
I'll just wait.
Yeah. So how many bones and skulls and like corpses are here?
You're looking at hundreds of
Okay.
skeletons. None of them complete. It's more like a pile of skulls and bones at this point.
Okay. Can I look for like the nearest place where it's just where the bones stop?
You'd have to take a few steps, a good few steps, but yes, there is some ground further
I would
in.
like to not stand on bones.
Are you making an attempt to not step on anything as you leave that place?
Yes. I
Okay.
would rather not disrespect it.
That's fine. Can you give me dexterity? Let's say we're looking for 10 or higher.
Okay.
We can say that I'm flying right, so I'm not touching the bones.
Oh. That's not a 10.
That is not a 10. You've made an honest, genuine attempt, but unfortunately, a couple of bones have cracked under your large feet.
Sorry.
It's oh, come on.
Oh, wow. This looks crazy.
Found
Ooh,
you decided to
now it's
die on
loaded.
me.
Ooh, acid rain. How lovely.
Listen, we're not too far off from that in the real world.
No, not at all.
So, can I also have a look a bit around the bones to see if there's anything left behind by the people that died?
There were things, but they're not usable anymore. You can see some weapons, but because of the acid rain, because of the environmental hazards around here, they're all rusty and broken, and they fall apart as you touch them. Whatever was left from the clothing or the equipment is also, in unusable state. Pretty much, it's just a graveyard of not only people but also things.
I
Well.
think we should move on.
Yeah, maybe we should get going.
Which one of you is carrying the agate? The
I think-
crystal, the camouflage
Oh.
crystal.
Did I take
Thank
that?
you.
I'm gonna say I think Adella.
Yeah, I
I
think
think
I
I
can't
took it.
Okay. Either one of you it is. You can see that it's pulsating with magic, and it's not really clearly seen, but when it's a hot day and there is like heat coming from the road, and it makes if you look far in the horizon, it makes the image
Yes.
that blurry. You can see that in front of you, maybe 20-25 feet. There's a radius of that kind of blurry protection, so you assume this is as far as that agate's protection goes.
Alright. So let's try not to lose that.
And Killith, you've gone to a place that's finally not got that many bones around it, and you notice that basically where you're standing is just like foothills. So it's just stone, rock, a lot of pebbles, things like that. However, there is also a vine that covers pretty much the entire area, and that vine is made out of little black and red leaves interconnected in that viney structure.
And I try to roll nature to
Of
see
course
what
you
this
can.
is.
Yes, absolutely. Go for nature.
Nature.
This is where my wilderness survival will
Ho
come
ho
in handy.
ho!
Nice.
16. Nice. Really good. You, with this roll, you actually recognize it straight away. You've not seen that in the Kaer ever before. However, one of the books that you were scrolling through as a child had a depiction of it. It's called a fireleaf vine. And basically, as soon as you either step on this vine or in a way break the leaf, it oozes a clear substance that's irritating to skin. It's like a very acidy ooze.
Alright,
Like oozes
cool.
acid.
Be careful.
Is it growing out of the ground? Is it all over covering the surface?
It's pretty much all over covering the surface. You can't see where it's growing from exactly, because it's like a vine that goes up the building, but in a vertical position. You can't really see where it starts or ends. It just covers the whole area.
I guess we have to be careful where we step. I don't know if it's going to like
Like the
corrode.
mushroom issue all
Yeah.
over again.
Mm.
You can't really not step on it because it covers pretty much the whole thing. Now you realize that you were standing on the bones. Underneath those bones there was still fireleaf. But it shouldn't be detrimental to your health as long as you've got your boots, etc.
Do I know what would happen if I set fire to it?
No, but you find that very enticing venture.
Do we think? I mean, we could let spark
You're almost
sides.
you're almost sure it would take the fire and burn the whole thing.
Yeah,
That's what you think.
yeah, that's
What
what I
about that
think.
Skin irritant, though.
But I also rolled a 16 nature, so
I also feel that if you burn it, it might release whatever is going on in it into the air. And the air already kind of sucks a little bit.
Guys, we just got outside. Before we
Let's
burn
not set anything
things.
on fire.
Yeah, like as the more
Already did
chaotic
this one.
one, I'm saying don't set fire stuff.
Do you have any better suggestions?
Leave it alone as best as possible.
Would I be able to use spirit talk to see if I could talk to this long dead Kristoff?
Of course you can try it. Yes, go for it. I presume. Do you need to?
I just roll.
Okay.
I got an 11.
11. You try to commune with the spirits in the area. Obviously, you're looking at one particular skeleton, but there's so many different dead bodies around here that you're struggling to discern one voice. And as soon as you open your mind to that netherworld of spirits, you get overwhelmed almost instantly. So many voices, cries, beggings. You can hear the last minutes of people who have been slaughtered by other name givers or horrors. You can hear the echoes of people begging to be let into the Kaer and basically being pushed aside, shoved aside.
Yeah, I close it off. Close it off. Oh, Jesus Christ. Who's
That
Jesus?
bad?
That
It
name
didn't
just came
seem
to me.
pleasant.
Oh God. Ugh, no, it.
Yeah.
It's
So
awful.
who are... Tirli, you have the map, right? You like the map?
Yeah. Shall we have a look and see where we can go from here? What do we see in the distance? Can we see anywhere, like highlands or?
Behind you, obviously, is the mountain that you have come out of. In the distance, wherever you look, it's pretty much the same. It's all hills and highlands. There's no trees to speak of. There is no vegetation to speak of, except for that fireleaf vine. It all looks the same. It all looks like one post-apocalyptic.
Do you think the jungle we're supposed to meet the elf guy is still even there?
Only one way to find out.
So, if we had ever look at that map we got last time, where are we on it exactly? We're by the bridge, right?
So looking at
That's
that
the
map
one,
that you got
wondering.
last time, your idea was that it would have been the little swords here where you were initially starting from.
Okay,
So your assumption was somewhere here in the mountains.
So we need to go west. Is that what?
Yeah, and then we had to find the bridge to cross over.
that would be north.
Northwest.
Yeah.
Alright.
So there's a town on it.
Yeah.
I don't know how well that will go
A
over.
town.
Camp.
Yeah, there was a
I don't
camp here. That didn't go so well.
Something on the map.
We can check it out on our way.
Yeah.
So
Like
how do
something.
you discern where is north, south, east, west? How do you go about that?
Can I do wilderness survival to try to
Yeah, go for it. You can roll for wilderness survival. We'll give it a bit
Oh
wider
yeah,
use
do
than
we
it
even
was.
know? We can't even like look at stars for help.
10. Yes, you do know where you're supposed to go, more or less. Are you trying to aim at the town, or are you trying to aim straight at the bridge?
bridge or town.
Bridge via town?
I would say town.
I think maybe town.
Town.
Okay.
Let's
But
go
also,
town,
like,
and then
if
we
we
can figure
just-
out the bridge from there.
If we just keep going one direction, I mean, we're gonna. If we just hit the river at some point, we could figure it out, right?
Well, I have a pretty good idea of the direction we're supposed to be heading. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Onwards.
Cool.
Lead the
Let's
way.
go.
So you guys start making your way in your chosen direction, which is northeast. As
Is it
you
northeast? I thought it was west.
was it northwest? Okay, that's fine. Towards the town, basically.
Yeah.
As you walk on that fireleaf vine, you start noticing that it's probably more potent now than it used to be when the book that Killith is referring to with his knowledge was written. As you walk through it, you just definitely feel like it starts affecting your feet. It's affecting your footwear, and it sort of burns through it. Every step that you take releases those toxic, acidic ooze that's basically destroying your footwear. You've walked for about half an hour, and you guys are struggling now. Those of
Is
you
it
who have
affecting
walked,
me?
you
Yeah.
flew, I presume, so you're fine.
Yeah, I'm fine. I ain't touching this.
Ow, 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 ow.
That's
we
pretty
get
much
somewhere
how
where
it
we-
goes, yeah.
If
Like
we get
walking
somewhere
on a
we can
hot
stop, I'll
beach.
try to help your feet.
These are my favorite boots.
These are my favorite feet.
So, so
The
what,
only pair I got.
Yeah, I can't afford another.
so what is your plan on dealing with this? You definitely can't go on much longer as it is right now.
Can
There's
do
literally- There's literally no areas where it's not.
At the moment, it's pretty much a whole even carpet of it. There were some areas where there wasn't any, so you would do 3-4 minutes without having to step on it, but then it grows again. It's clearly covering the entire place.
Let me know if I can do this. I might not be, because could I use my knowledge of alchemy and potions to try to figure out something that can counterbalance this effect that the fire leaf is having?
Very interesting idea. I would like you to roll for it. Go for your potions. 10.
10 again.
I would say that's fair enough. It's the acid that destroys your clothing. So you would think that if you try and counteract with something that's not acidic, alkaline, there you go. If you manage to put some sort of covering over your feet, or maybe an extra layer of some sort of clothing over your boots, even just a rag that's submerged in something that's alkaline, you might be able to counteract it sufficiently.
Now, what the heck is alkaline that we have available?
Do you
to
have
us?
anything like that? Or do we need to go back to my fire planet?
My physician's kit to counteract maybe just in case somebody gets exposed to acid, would I have something alkaline in my physician's kit?
You haven't got enough for the whole party. You would probably have a bottle of just an alkaline liquid. But all of you have gotten some milk as part of your rations.
Okay. So y'all are not gonna like this, but in order to counteract the acid in the fire leaf, I have to have something alkaline. Guess what's alkaline? Milk. We have that, and if we soak a piece of rags or clothing or something in the milk, then and strap it to our feet, I'm going to guess that will help us with the acid situation. But it's.
I lean over to Adella and is like, is she being serious, or is this like a joke because she can just
At this point, I don't think this is a joking matter.
Do you want me to do it and prove it to you? You want me
Yeah.
to strap some milk-soaked rags to my feet and see how it works?
I'll put milk in your boots.
No.
Put milk in your boots.
I'm not gonna put milk in my boots. So is there some do we have rags or something on us, little
Yeah,
rags?
you'll definitely have something that you can use, second shirt or whatever. Yeah.
Okay, so I want to take those, make it to where there's straps to cover my feet or something to cover my feet. Soak it in the milk, I'm presuming, and then strap it to my feet tight so that way, and then come down from flying and walk on the fire leaf and see what effect it has.
So you've done that. You've strapped a
just
bit of
explode.
rug around your feet. You're intentionally now breaking those leaves to make that ooze come out to see how it works. And it seems to work fine. It seems that the milk is actually acting the way you wanted it to act.
See? Fine. It's fine.
All right, then.
Cool. Thanks, Alette.
Thank
No
you.
problem.
So
Your
clearly
milk was such a miracle.
alkaline milk is counteracting that acidic ooze from the leaves.
I don't want to know how this is going to smell in a couple of hours, but anyway.
So
Not
you
gonna
all,
like it.
I presume, go to your rations to take some milk out. Now, if you remember on the on the last session, you were trying to protect your food rations while they were submerged underwater. You've done a little bit towards it, so I will ask all of you to roll step 3, which is a d4, and then let me know what is the outcome. That number combined from all of you will be how many rations you've managed to salvage. That's 2, and 1, that's 3, and 3, that's 6.
Can you roll 6 4s?
I'm sorry, what step did you say? I'm so sorry.
Three.
Step
Three.
3, yeah.
Well, I didn't do a very good job at this.
Dang.
Okay, so
Got a
you now
seven.
realize that quite a lot of your rations have soaked through, and you only have 3, 6, 7 between the 4 of you, so that's pretty much 2 meals.
So
And you are looking at a journey of about a week.
It's a good thing we're going to that town.
So
Yeah.
how many of these, like, we have the 3 days of rations in our inventory right now, so how many, what do we mark for that so we know? So you said we have 7 days in between us?
So you haven't got 7 days between you, you've got 7 meals between
7
you.
meals. Huh.
So if you eat twice a day, that's a day's worth of rations.
Mark, you don't eat, do you?
If you just get me some firewood, I'll be fine. I'll burn it in the lantern. I'll sustain
I mean,
myself off of
sure. Okay, there aren't any trees around here, but we'll probably find you something.
that. There are some dried up branches and
Oh, okay.
just things that didn't survive but didn't quite crumble to dust just yet.
Okay.
So if we just eat half a ration a day,
Let's just get to the town and see what.
I mean, he's drinking our we're going to use the milk on our feet now, so that's part of the rations gone too.
Yeah.
Correct.
So-
Yes.
I'm wondering what sort of rocks are around the area, because if there's slate, like this thin, type of rocks, we can strap it to the bottom of our shoes. I mean, it'll be like walking, like tap dancing, like those.
Do you know
don't know.
what?
This is an
Yes.
idea.
If this is what you'd like to do, you definitely find the rocks that are suitable for that. Not a problem whatsoever.
Good
Okay.
luck trying to walk stealthily or quickly.
Yeah. I
so
don't know.
can we do that instead of the milk, or did we already use the milk?
No, you haven't used it just yet. You've sort of opened your bag, you've realized what your situation is, so now you're re-evaluating
I
what else
think
can you
maybe
do.
I
So-
can fly or sit on one of your shoulders if
Yeah.
I need to, so I'm going to assume for right now I am fine.
Okay, I'm gonna strap some slate. That's what I believe I found around at my bottom of my.
So you found a couple of slates that would be okay for that.
Slate to Mr. Slate.
I would have either yourself if you want to do it yourself, or if Killith would like to use his. You've got a talent that sort of goes with it. Let me quickly see.
Can I craft shoes out of stuff?
There you go. Just go for crafting. If you roll for that.
Okay. Craftsman. Right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Crafting.
Yep. Let's see how crafty you are.
6.
You're quite crafty. Yeah, it's a really simple thing, like for you as a weaponsmith, doing something like this is child's play. You manage to sort of find the right rocks and make sure that the bottoms of Tirli's feet are protected. Is everyone else going for the same option? It's a bit uncomfortable. It might affect your dexterity if you need to use it, but it saves you rations.
I'm a big boy. I need my rations. I'm gonna.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that too. Yeah.
Not
Can
a
I
problem.
grab some slates small enough for my feet, but not do it quite yet until like I absolutely need to, since I can fly, or I'm small enough to sit
Yeah,
on
so-
somebody's shoulder?
So
you
you
just want to be
basically
a part of it?
you basically grab a couple of pebbles and you'll put them in your little bag, awaiting the right time to use them.
Real quick, I was just trying to like attune my spells for just in case we get into a fight, and there are some that I can't like attune.
Okay,
Like it's not showing
what is
up
that?
in like the drop down. Pain, Arrow of Night, like all my new ones except for like Night's Edge. So Arrow of Night, Aspect of the Cowardly Skulk, Fog of Fear, and Grave Message. Like they're not showing up in the drop down menu.
Okay. Let's for now assume that you have attuned them. If you want them if you want to have them attuned, and then we'll deal with it when we get some downtime. It
If
could
and
be
when
that Foundry
necessary.
isn't playing with them very well.
Okay.
And just since we're talking out of character for a minute, we have a colleague of mine in the stream, DH Dunn, who is also a streamer, but he's also an author. He's a fantasy author. So should you wish to have a look at his stuff, feel welcome to follow his link in his Twitch
Chat box.
at some
What
point
was
later on.
What was his name?
DH Dunn. If I'm pronouncing it correctly, I'm sorry if I'm butchering your last name.
Hi,
Thank you to
DH.
TH.
Hello.
DUNN?
Yes, DUNN.
Okay, because my fiance has been like super into reading fantasy books lately, so
Can't blame him.
That's what I thought.
Oh, no.
That might be the right crowd for it. But yeah, let's move on with.
Really a
with
big
our
fan
game.
of fantasy.
yeah, I'll take pictures of his bookshelves later. I'll show you.
I
Okay.
only like real
I only read
Real
hate
fantasy.
fiction.
I only read biography and autobiographies of long dead people because I'm boring. I'm joking. I don't.
I was just going to say that sounds very much like your character anyway. You don't get on with the living people, you just like the dead ones.
Prefer them. They
I
don't-
only read dictionaries.
And phone books, they're absolutely amazing.
Yes.
Oh, they still make those?
No
I'm
idea.
sure you can find one.
I gotta go online and go to Yellow Pages.
Right, so you guys have strapped some stones to your feet, because that's the best thing that you could have done so far. You're walking down for another hour or so. You've noticed a couple of things. That protective sphere that the Agath crystal is creating around you. At the very edges of it, every now and again, there's like a hulking shadow that sort of stares in your direction for a little bit and then goes away.
I don't like that.
Not like that at all.
Massive, weirdly shaped creatures. Some of them clearly had some tentacles going on. Some of them had multiple heads and multiple limbs. But you can only see like a shadowy form of them. You can't really see any details. So the protection seems to be working as intended. Alette, would you like to roll for wilderness survival and see if there's anything that you can do about your ration situation? Just as you're going down in this desolate environment, just see if you can find anything useful.
Sure.
We're walking down the road.
So on a couple of occasions, you've seen like a little gecko kind of creature, like a little lizard, but you weren't able to interact with it or capture it. It's clearly not used to being friendly to anything that walks, so they scurry away as soon as they see you.
I will remind the others, I do have that wand that gives me a +3 to my wilderness survival when looking for water. So if we ever need that.
You have been going down this path for quite a while now. You've walked past a little stream of water, but when you looked into it, it was clearly poisonous. It was clearly just glowing green and very acidic. At the first sight of it, you wouldn't want to drink it.
I'm assuming we have plenty of water right now, but this is just for like later on.
You have a little bit, but you can, if you want to search for water specifically, you can use that wand and then give it another roll if you want to look for clean water.
Let's do that.
You know, it's kind of weird to say, but I miss the Kaer.
Really?
Just
Yeah.
a little bit.
Well, it's desolate environment, not everything you ever wanted in life.
I got a 12 on the search for clean water.
So you've used your wand for the first time, and it sort of brought you into this little place where there wasn't any water on the surface, but it kept pointing in a specific point in the ground, and as soon as you dug up the first maybe 2 feet, you managed to get to some fresh water. So it's here. There is some water that's not poisonous or acidic, but it's much more difficult to obtain.
Okay. So
Some
does
pure
that give us
keep
like
walking.
how much water do we have now? Like how enough for?
So the water that you've got for now is basically a 3 days worth of rations. It's just the dried food and meat that was destroyed by the water when you submerged your backpacks in it. The water was obviously in water sacks, so it's fine. Everything that you have had to start with.
While we're walking along, can I, pick up my sling and, maybe try and shoot some of those lizards that are running past?
Yeah, sure you can. Go for either missile weapons or dexterity, and see if you can hit one of them lizards right in the head.
Nope.
Well,
It was
So-
almost a 10. It like hovered on the 0 and then flipped over to the 2.
So that's a no for hitting a lizard. However, Killith, were you walking in front of Tirli or behind Tirli? Behind. Okay, so you're safe then.
I would assume in front because of her tail.
Yes, that's slightly racist, but yeah, the tail is the thing. So you've been walking down for a few hours. You're getting a little bit hungry. It's getting quite late. Your surroundings change a little. So instead of being in this desolate, just part of the mountains where there's just rocks and pebbles and this horrible vine, the vine isn't there anymore. It's disappeared somewhere behind you. Now you are in this a little bit more foresty area. There is a tree or two that's still growing and still green. No animals that you can see, but the grass is clearly coming from the ground, spurting and a little bit more color than what you've seen so far. You will have to start looking for a place to sleep soon enough.
Well, this is nicer.
Yeah, we're not. No vines.
get these rocks off my shoes.
Yeah, so you're unstrapping your rocks, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
I mean, if there's any place where we'll be able to really bed down, I feel like it's right here. There's grass and trees. Which did we have grass in the Kaer?
You did, yes. Not a whole lot of
Okay.
it, but in the farming part of the Kaer, there was grass, obviously, but not to this extent. It wasn't like a whole
But
field of grass.
We don't just start freaking out. What's
Just-
this?
What is it?
And just lean down and touch some grass.
Wow.
You're touching that grass, and as you lean down close enough to the ground, Spark jumps out of the lantern and starts sort of running around the grass, burning it behind him. But just like individual blades of grass, and he's sort of playing with those blades of grass, burning one here, one there, and setting another one on fire, clearly having fun.
Okay,
Aw, I love
Just
you.
don't
it's
burn
okay.
down the entire thing
careful.
of grass.
Yeah, be careful.
That is
have fun.
amazing! Is there gonna be more where we're going?
I mean, we might
No
make a
idea.
campfire.
We sure will find out.
What would happen if you jumped into a campfire? Is that safe?
Are you asking him or are you asking me?
I'm asking him.
He goes, "Are we gonna have a campfire? That is amazing! Can I start the fire? I'm good at it."
Can wait.
Should we, or is that like a honing beacon?
Just maybe a little fire.
I
Just a
mean, is
small one.
it getting cold?
It's not warm. You don't have to start a fire to survive the cold, if that's what you're asking. But it would definitely be more comfortable for you guys if if you had a little bit of a campfire so that you can warm up.
I'm saying if we don't need the fire to survive, don't light it, because that might attract things we don't want to attract.
Okay, but you're gonna be the one to tell.
You're arguing against lighting a fire, and Spark is just looking at you with those huge puppy eyes, like,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
fire!
Don't
I mean,
stay alive. I don't want
the
just to be
stone.
comfortable.
The stone keeps away like the worst of it.
Yeah,
least.
true. But will the fire Because before, when they saw them looking at us and then going away, there was no fire. What if they look at us when we have the fire and it's like a glowing thing, but nobody around it, and it just appears out of nowhere? I mean,
Adella,
But what if
do you
it
want
scares
to roll,
them away?
Do you want to roll for half magic, just to see if you understand how that protection that you've got works exactly, so they can answer that question confidently?
Yeah, can we scream all we want?
Okay, 13.
Okay, so with this roll, you understand how it works. If someone or something doesn't know about your presence, isn't looking specifically for you, they could stand 25 feet away from you and not see you. So behind that protective dome, so to speak. If they know about your existence and are looking for you, then that protection doesn't work.
Okay.
like if a campfire goes up and they're like, that kind of came out of nowhere, they'll start looking for it.
So that means that if they're not looking for a campfire, they won't see a campfire that was made by you guys.
Gotcha. Okay, so we can light the campfire because they don't know to
Correct.
look for one. They won't see it.
But,
Okay.
But another thing is that it has to be created, made by you, which are under this protection. If you just come across someone's campfire and light it, because it wasn't created by you, it's not under this protective spell. It's a bit tricky like that. And
What if we take apart the campfire and then remake the campfire?
How many planks of wood would you have to replace on the ship before it's a new ship?
So this is a very good question that you will be able to answer once you get attacked by horrors. You will know exactly what you've done wrong.
You hear that, Spark? I think we're getting a campfire.
So, if we put together the campfire, is there a campfire there already? Did we? I don't.
No. There's absolutely not one. We're just theorizing here.
Hypothetical.
Yes, it's a hypothetical campfire.
All right. We can collect some wood then. We can build a fire. It's our fire. Yay.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Arky will make it.
So do you guys disperse when collecting that wood, or you try to keep in one clump?
I would say we kind of try to stay together as much as possible, since the
orb,
agate,
the crystal.
the agate only has like a certain range, right?
Yes. About
was-
20-25 feet.
Do we have tent with us, or just like sleeping bags?
Just sleeping bags. You haven't got a proper tent.
Okay.
I know I've used this a lot already, but could I do like a wilderness survival
Of
again
course
to
you
try
can.
to?
You're in the wilderness. You use wilderness survival as much as you like.
We use
Can I
it a lot.
use nature
make,
to
like, a shelter
magically
type
create a
situation.
tent?
I got a
You
5.
can't use nature to magically create a tent.
What? But I'm in nature.
But what you can do, you can use your crafting if you like to see whether you can find anything that will help you create some sort of roof over your head, even if not a tent per se.
I got a 5 on my wilderness
I've
survival.
seen that. It's not sufficient to do anything interesting.
Have we ever seen? Do we know what stars are? Have we ever seen stars?
There were some, not stars, but there were some crystals at the top of the Kaer that were mimicking stars at night, but not actual stars. And having having said that, you do see your first sunset in your life, and the colors are absolutely magical. The display of the orange and the red is unlike anything you've ever seen before.
Wow.
That's gorgeous.
And someone's breathing very closely to their microphone. Just FYI.
Just a
Not
real
me.
deep-
That was just the sounds of those hulking horrors just 20 odd feet away from you.
Just real, just
I am
Shut
your
up, waiter.
horror.
so bad. Oh no.
So do you want to roll for that crafting, Killith? Or have you done?
Oh, I can try, I guess.
Go for it. Let's see what you can do.
That's
Oh wow.
16.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Sure, you have found enough of like bark and sticks so that you can sort of rest it on the side of a particularly large tree and have a little bit of a roof over your head, but that's only sufficient for you and maybe Alette if you want to let her in.
Okay.
Please.
Build your own.
I tried. I
So
couldn't
have
do
we-
Just like-
anything.
You can just hide under a leaf. It's
Rude.
no, you can get in if you want.
Yay! Thank you.
As for the rest of you, you've gathered some firewood, you've put it into nice little fireplace. Spark went right inside it, right in the middle of it, lit himself up a little bit brighter, and he said, "I am the flame!" And the dried firewood started lighting up.
A cute little pyromaniac.
I love him.
He's so cute.
And he
That's
sort
my
of
boy.
And he sort of treats that firewood and that fireplace that he started as his own home. So he's like in a tent right now at the very bottom of it, and every now and again he just peeks out to have a look at you guys.
I love you.
I
You're
love you too, mommy.
fantastic. I absolutely adore you.
If he
I'm
dies,
s-
I'm killing myself.
Crazy.
I'm
When we
scared.
first found you, you had a New Yorker.
I have 3
Excellent.
mommies now. That is so awesome.
3 moms, 1 dad.
It's getting quite late. You see the moon from behind the clouds. Every now and again, there's a cloud passing by it. It shines quite bright. Quite a few stars as well, but maybe not as amazing as the little lights in the Kaer that were imitating them. It's kind of underwhelming, the real thing, compared to what you've known so far. How would you like to go about the night? Is anyone staying awake and sort of taking guard?
So, I want to like update my map from the day where we've traveled to, do some map making. So
Okay.
I'll stay up a bit and do that.
Okay, so I would like you to roll for your map making. Are you updating the map that you found in Gandus's apartment, or are you making a new one?
I'm updating that map.
You're
So I'm
updating
just
that one, yes.
Yeah. maybe mark on it where we've been going,
Mm-hmm.
sort of our trip. Oh god,
Yeah.
I'm not having a great day.
So your idea was good, and you took that map out and you started looking at it and contemplating which way you would have gone. And then the more you thought of it, the tiredness of the day got to you, and you sort of fell asleep over your map. Your head is just hanging over it. The map is fine; you didn't destroy it or anything, but you have fallen asleep.
I think I'm just kind of checking out my shield a little, kind of looking at it, trying to see if I can get any further with that. Trying to get the next step with it, or what it was.
Yeah, sure. Do you want to roll for your let's say weaponsmithing maybe, or just for crafting if you just maintain it?
Sure.
8. That is much more respectable than the previous roll. Yes, you spend time polishing your shield, making sure that the leather straps are holding properly, just making sure that it will be usable when you need it.
Oh wait,
Can I
Didn't I
spend
get-
a little bit? Oh, hold on. Sorry.
it's fine. I'm just remembering that my sister gave me the magic tools.
Yes, Upandal's blessing.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna assume that you use this for any of your crafting. So if you want to reroll, just let me know. Unless you
Yeah.
declare you're using different tools, I'm assuming you're using those.
Okay, yeah.
Alette?
I want to spend a little bit of time trying to teach Loki using animal training a command.
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
Oh.
What command are you teaching him?
All over.
No. Attack. Let's go with attack.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Paw.
He is getting the hang of it. Yeah, absolutely. He doesn't quite understand if you've got multiple targets, he sometimes goes for the wrong one, not the one that you intend. But he does understand friendly foe, and then he does understand go and bite, basically.
He
Okay.
attack and he protect.
And Adella, is there anything you'd like to?
She's just sitting staring into the fire, contemplating life. She's disassociating for a little bit,
And just
but
Spark
also
looking out on you every so often.
just but also I think should we like take it in shifts, like watching the camp like through the night? I think that might be for the best.
Yeah.
Just so we can watch out, and I'll take first shift, stay up
Yeah.
for a little bit, and
You're
keep
gonna
watch.
have to, seeing I fell asleep already, sorry.
You'll be
Killith is also
second.
asleep.
Yeah.
Amazing. So who's taking the first shift then, or the first watch?
I will.
First.
Me, Adella.
Okay. In this
Kimberly.
case, the rest of you are falling asleep, right?
I'm curling up with Loki so he has a heat source.
Aw.
Tirli, you are experiencing a very vivid dream. You are standing at the bottom of a hill, and at the top of that hill there is a building. It doesn't resemble anything specific to you. It's just there. It looks like a large stone-built hut. And from afar you can see some wind chimes at the entrance, you know, moved by the wind. It's almost like a lucid dream. You can act in it as you will.
Well, I'll go up. Can I go up to the hut? Is there a way, or is it too far at the top of the
Okay,
hill?
so it's quite far. You start going in that direction, and as you walk, you see that the trees on both sides of you, on the left and right hand side, get uprooted. The closer you come up to it, they just fall on their sides. But it's one of those dreams where you walk to a goal and you never really get there. You never really make any progress. You keep sort of walking in the same place, and the building is just getting further and further away. However, as you start approaching it, you hear a voice sort of narrating the scene, not necessarily in your character's head, in your dream's head, but like overhanging just at the top of you. And you recognize that voice. It's a voice of Locost, your passion that you had met previously on a couple of occasions. And that voice speaks the following. 12 brothers who believed in dreams scouted a wall amongst the phantasms. Beyond the wall there cried a voice of a girl long gone through chasms. And as he says that, you can actually feel longing inside. You don't really hear a voice itself, but you hear longing, and you hear the need to get to that place, to get to that building. And then the voice continues. They fell in love with the voice's sound and with their own wishful believing, and tried to guess the shape of her lips from how the song died in grieving. They said, "She cries, therefore she is," and nothing else they said but wondered. They blessed the world with sign of a cross, and then the world grew still and pondered. And as that line goes into your head, you can clearly see that the trees that were being uprooted on the left and right just stopped in place as if the world stopped. And then the voice continues. They said, "She cries, therefore she is," and nothing else they said but wondered. They blessed the world with sign of cross, and then the world grew still and pondered. The hammers held in hardened hands, they launched against the walls in clamor, and night was blind and couldn't tell which part was man and which the hammer. Let's harry and crumble the cold stone before the death girls entrusted. The youngest brother thus cried out, and in their hammer's strength they trusted. But all their efforts were in vain, their arms' extensions and pain futile. They gave their lives to the dream, although enticing yet so brutal. Their chests caved in, their bones crushed down, decayed their hands and faded faces. They died together in one day, and shared one night's eternal spaces. And as the voice finishes that part of the poem, you can see 12 bodies at the side of that building, lying dead, and hammers next to them. And then you wake up.
I just had the weirdest dream, guys. Oh my god.
The only person awake is Adella.
Adella. Oh, that was strange. I think low cost came to me.
Are you alright? What happened?
I'm not too sure. There was a house, a lost girl, dead people, and hammers. I don't know. It was. I don't know if it was maybe a foreshadowing or. I don't know what to take for it. How to think about it.
You or your character remembers that dream very well. In your journal entry, I have added you a permission to view that poem.
Ah, thanks. Journal entry.
That shit was sick, by the way.
It was.
Yeah, that was very
Yeah.
dope.
I spaced out kind of in the middle, so
Hot fire.
apologies.
I'm gonna buy that mixtape.
That's okay. So did I. I accidentally did the same line twice, but there we go.
I mean, my character wouldn't know it, so it doesn't matter. So I shouldn't know.
And so your character hasn't been told yet, so.
My foundry's not opening the poem. I think it's just a bit slow.
Yeah, just give it a minute. If it doesn't in 5 minutes, let me know, and I'll send it to you. And you're struggling to fall asleep again. You only slept for about an hour, and you're really tired. But you toss and turn, and it's proving impossible for you to fall asleep again.
It's okay. I can take watch now if you want. Adella, I can't sleep. Those dreams totally freaked me out.
I'll stay up with you for a little bit, especially if you're freaked out.
Thank
Just
you.
in case. Oh, of course.
Is Killith sleeping now, or is Killith still staying up?
Killith is asleep.
Killith is asleep.
He is soundly asleep.
Killith and Alette are asleep in the little overhang.
Yeah. A little hot.
That's absolutely fine. As you guys, Tirli and Adella, you sit down, you start sort of talking about that dream, etc. You notice that Spark comes up to you, and he sort of sits with you and crosses his arms a little bit and sort of looks somewhere far, far away. And he says, "So, this is it, right? The world, the big thing that was supposed to be so great. Am I the only one who doesn't really feel it?
No, I think we all feel it. It is a bit underwhelming, but this is all we've seen so far. Who knows what's further out there? It could be better somewhere else.
I'm just saying, I don't feel good in here. I don't like it. I wish I could just go back.
Yeah, it's not as welcoming as I thought it would be. It's a bit scary, really.
And then he looks up at you and he goes, but you know what? Even a bad thing can be good with a family. And I'm glad I've got you. All of you.
Yay! I'm glad that you're happy with us. And that you don't want to kill me anymore.
I'm still thinking.
No, she's very nice. Trust
she
me.
is not made of water.
For her to stay around me, she's very nice.
Alette, as you sleep, you again toss and turn a little bit, and you're having a vivid dream as well. In that dream, you see your brother. He's holding the dagger that you left with him, and you can see that he's been crying a lot. He's got the letter that you left him on his bedstand, and he's been clearly going through it over and over again, and his eyes betray tears that were falling down them not so long ago, and then he looks at that dagger and smiles. But it's not a smile of relief, it's a smile you have seen before on some other faces. And he starts giggling. And he says, and at this point you wake up.
I go out to the others. I'm assuming I can hear them talking.
Mm-hmm.
I just had the worst nightmare of all time.
What's going on right now? You
Join
guys
the
are
club.
going crazy. You have to go lay down for a nap, see what happens.
I had my brother a dagger to one of mine to kind of, because he was very upset that I was going, and he was crying over it. And I wrote him a letter before we left and all that, and it's on his bedside table and all that. But then he looks at the dagger, looks up and starts smiling like Flyleaf, and starts giggling like a madman.
Oh no, that's weird. And I had like a super crazy dream too about missing people and a wall and murders and
what the?
Pretty scary.
So while you guys are contemplating all that, Killith, you wake
Having
up.
the best dream ever.
You wake up, you sit around the campfire with the rest of the guys because they're awake as well, and you notice that as soon as you sort of get up, they stop talking altogether. They just look at you in a very weird way, like they don't want you here. And then you hear them whispering between one another and mentioning your name and then just giggling. And you're trying to ask, well, what's happening, but they don't want to talk to you. And Alette turns around and says, "It's all your fault, you know that, right, you stupid troll? It's all because of you. You should have killed Flyleaf when you had a chance, but no, you didn't." And Tirli looks at you and says, "And Spark, why would you bring him with you? He's a fire folk. You know I hate fire, right?" And then Adella looks at you and she says, "Even when you die, your spirit will be useless. I absolutely cannot stand you." What do you do?
I thought, but I thought we were friends.
Friends? We? What the hell? Do you think you found some long-lost family? You are no one without us. Always have been. And then, as those words come out of Alette's mouth, you see that she changes. She sort of stood next to you, and then her limbs go in all those weird different directions, like the bones break in the middle. And you can see that her face sort of grows in like an ecstasy of pain. And the same happens with Tirli. Her tail becomes all crooked and wonky, and they both look at you and say, "You will die tonight, you know that, you all will die." And as the word "all" comes out of their mouth, you wake up straight away, and the rest of you hear footsteps at the edge of your camp.
I run out of my hut.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
So he
And
runs
I-
out. So Killith, you run out of your hut. The rest of you, you've heard footsteps just before Killith came out. You look around, and at the very edge of the light that the campfire provides, you see two silhouettes: one of a T-Skrank and one of a Windling. And I would like you all to roll initiative.
Motherfucker.
Oh shit! Oh shit! I'm assuming we didn't get enough sleep for like a
Nope.
rest.
You
Damn.
see both Tirli and Alette in very weird, awkward forms. It's like their bones were broken and they were recreated from bits of flesh and skin that was just lying around, clearly mimicking those specific name givers, but also clearly in a Frankenstein kind of a way. And let
Is
me...
there a specific initiative button we hit, or do we just hit the dice and put it in our thing?
I rolled the initiative for you guys because it's easier on Foundry. So if you go on Foundry, and you'll have a look at who goes first, second, third, etc.
Yay, the twisted guys rolled bad.
Oh no.
Oh, the Twisted guys rolled very bad, didn't they? God damn it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's just bad luck or if it's my fault for setting something up wrong way. But hey, there we go.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I
I'm
feel
fine with
left out.
With
Don't get me to
I
think
don't
that
have
my
the
friends
twisted
don't like
version.
me.
just let me cover one thing really quickly with things like stances. So if you want to go in defense, aggressive, or anything like that, you declare it when your turn comes, and then you stay in that stance until your turn comes the next turn around. So if you're unlucky, say you're in an aggressive pose, which opens you up to other attacks, you can have very high initiative the first round, so you're in that stance throughout the round, and then very low initiative the next round opens you up a little bit more the next round. It's just a gamble you have to take if you want to do that. Adella, your first round, what would you like to do?
Well, because Tirli goes after me, I would like to cast Arrow of Night, but that was one of the ones that won't come up on the thing.
Okay, give me just a second. I think you can still just roll spellcasting and then do it that way.
Circle 3. So go to spell casting. And okay, hold on. Spell casting, weaving difficulty, cast. What do I put in then if I go to spell casting? Spell casting.
Do you have to weave any threads for it?
No.
No. So you just roll spellcasting straight away. Yep, you've managed. What is the outcome of that spell?
Okay, so Arrow of Night, it the spell covers an arrow with a chilling sheath of darkness. So I'm actually going, because Tirli goes after me, I'm gonna put it on her her sling, because it's for any like projectile.
Yep.
It adds a +6 bonus to missile damage test and a -2 penalty to mystic armor. So whoever it hits gets a -2 against their their
Mystic armor. Yep.
Yeah.
That's fine. And I think I've fixed your matrices, so you should be able to attune now. Have a look at that when you can. So that's your turn, right?
Yes.
Cool. Tirli, you basically are looking at your own twisted reflection.
This is weird. So, obviously, I know Adella has just given me a skill boost on my projectile, right? So
Yes, you are aware of that. Yeah.
I grab a pebble at a stone at my feet, and I aim it directly at myself, even though it's so super strange, and I let go.
Go for it then. Roll for missile weapons, please.
+6 bonus.
+6 bonus. Yes, please keep on top of those bonuses, Kim.
Yeah, of course. I think it's only for this turn.
It would be, yeah.
So where do I put 6 in a step modifier?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Wow.
Ooh.
Okay.
I don't like seeing myself like this.
Just to remind you, please make sure that you're targeting the tokens that you're targeting, so that it calculates things
Don't copy
automatically.
my brand.
But for now, yeah, you've nailed it. That stone landed right in. So if you just roll damage.
Sorry, I have to reopen my...
That's okay. And you can apply damage to that token. I think... Yeah, you've got quite a lot of armor, and they are modeled by you, so they've got the same amount of armor that you do.
I figured that. I honestly figured. I was like...
So, the spark is like a circle 20 elemental strike.
Yes.
So,
Great.
would the +6 also be to the damage? Because it says missile damage test?
Yeah, then that would be to the damage as well. Yep. Would you
So-
like to re-roll the damage then?
Reroll that bad boy.
With +6.
And add +6.
Yep.
We roll that bad
Hopefully-
girl or boy or non-binary.
I'll be laughing if it's 5 now.
Oh no.
What the hell?
Whoa, that was great.
Okay, feel free to apply damage.
I picked the right spell.
Yes. Thanks, Adella. That was
I like big numbers.
Doo-doo.
Right. You are...
Yeah, can you
Why
make
does it
enough
say
damn
twisted
test?
You are
at 20?
nailing
And then twisted
this.
Tirli.
You are absolutely nailing this. Right, who's next?
I high five you, Adella.
Hell yeah.
I think Loki will just wait for Alette's turn before he acts.
Yeah.
Magic users.
Well,
are
telling
also good
him
for
like
buffs.
what to do, will that take my turn?
It wouldn't take your turn, but you have to do it on your turn, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So he'll
So I
just
can
wait.
do other stuff.
He'll just wait out.
Alright.
Killith, what it is that you would like to do?
After this dream, I am pretty angry. So I run up to the fake Tirli, and I'm just like, how dare you impersonate my friend? And I go into aggressive attack, and I try and hit And I'm gonna use free karma.
Ho ho ho! You just want to eviscerate her.
Yes,
Or
please.
it.
Holy
God.
shit!
Believe
Oh
it or
my
not,
god!
Believe it or not, 18 is a hit.
Yeah.
it's a
Holy
success too.
My
That's a
God.
lot of dice that just came across my screen.
And feel free to apply damage.
Nice.
Okay.
Damn.
That is
Okay.
a bit crap for me, but there you go.
Wow.
Alette, what it is that
That's
you
what
would like to
happens
do?
when you give me that kind of dream.
First, can I do Loki first? Can I go through
You
his
should have let me sleep.
first?
Yes, of course you can. You can tell Loki what you would like him to do, and
Alright.
we'll.
I'm going to point towards Twisted Tirli and say attack.
Yeah.
Which is a bite, which is also poison.
Hit 'em.
You don't really have the command talent just yet, but for the sake of now, if you just use Dominate Beast instead, and add +2 because he's your snake, he's loyal to you.
He is your good boy.
He's a very
Is
good
there-
boy.
Dominate
Is there no Twisted
Beast.
Adella because she didn't want to use magic?
+2.
It would have been too
How
difficult.
did you know?
It
It's
does give me a
difficult.
strength to do.
I mean,
Dominate
the rest
Beast
of us
and-
might come.
Okay.
Like, these two just like surprise.
So he's gonna walk up to Twisted Tirli, and he's gonna try and attack her.
Go low key.
Hold on. Let me...
Roll a
It's like,
37.
I don't.
I'll do it. So
Yeah, I
he's
don't
trying
quite
to
have
jump
the-
up and bite at her.
roll a 37.
And he rolled a
What was
6. No, unfortunately, this is
Aw.
not good enough. Twisted Tirli just avoided it very, very easily.
Okay.
It's okay, Loki. We still believe in you.
Alright.
And then Alette, you can do your turn.
Would your spike balls work on these things?
You don't know where Spike is. Where Spark is.
No, her spike balls.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
The
Yeah.
ones that don't work on living things. I'm just curious.
I have
But
no
yeah.
idea actually. Let's see. I'm trying to decide, should I go after my twisted self or Tirli's twisted self?
Oh, go on.
I want to go after the one who's already kind of damaged.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine.
Make sure I'm targeting her real quick. There we go. And then I'm going to use claw shape and I'm going to use 3 karma also.
Okay.
So karma 3. All right.
Yeah. Oh.
I can't roll good at all. 8. I'm assuming that does not hit. Or what? Well, that's just for claw shape, right? That's to get the thing. That's not to attack, right?
For claw shape, yeah. Basically, you just declare that you're claw shaping, and that's it. You don't have to roll for it.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I did not have to roll for claw shape.
No.
No. So do I have claw shape now? I'm guessing.
Yep. Yeah, you just declare you're getting a claw shape, and that's absolutely sufficient.
All right. So that's unarmed combat. What does claw shape do? I haven't used
Basically,
this
adds
but
+3 to your
Okay.
not +3. Sorry,
Unarmed?
it adds the rank of claw shape to your unarmed combat. Yes.
So that is 3. So that's step modifier 3.
Ooh.
7.
That is.
I have her
Not-
targeted. I don't.
No, that would be not sufficient anyway, so that's absolutely fine. Alette, Twisted Alette. So Twisted Alette will
Wait, I gotta
go...
get closer. But it's still attached to my thing. I forgot to
I
move,
love
so that way I
you.
was close.
Twisted Alette will have a look at you. She will fly right over the spark in his little campfire. I think she will go for aggressive attack. And she will go for claw shape as well. And she will do unarmed combat on you. So you can see that Twisted Alette's hand, it would turn into like a bear claw, but you can see that that bear claw is like a zombie bear. There's flesh coming out of it, there's a bone sticking somewhere there, and she will attack you with it.
Zombie bear.
Is anything coming out? No?
No, I'm not seeing
I don't
anything.
see anything.
Oopsie daisy.
Guess she missed her attack anyway.
Oh no! Let me just do it the other way. I don't think Foundry is playing. Let me do it old school. Is 9 enough to hit
Nope.
you? No. Okay. So that's gonna be the end of her turn. And then Tirli, Tirli will also go into a rage. She'll go into aggressive attack, and she'll just try and use her broadsword on. I think Killith is the closest here, so I'm gonna go and target Killith for that
I
one.
think Loki's closer.
I think Loki missed, so that doesn't really count.
Just going at the people that hit her.
Well, I mean, who dealt 37 damage to him?
Does 10 hit you, Killith?
Yes,
Ah, well done.
because I'm in aggressive.
So is she. For 15,
Okay.
let's apply
And
that
don't forget
damage.
this attack.
Oh
Uh,
shoot.
okay.
That was
Yep,
towards
yeah,
Loki?
I've seen that. It shouldn't have happened.
15 damage. So that's 8 after my armor is modified, so I'm on 24 current damage.
Oh.
Have you changed that damage for yourself? Or do you want
Yes.
me to do it?
I have done it.
Cool.
Just by the way, Loki was still attached to me, so when I moved my character to be close to Tirli, so that for my claw shape, it also moved Loki, so he's now far away.
That's absolutely fine. I'll show you later how to undetach them
He
if
got
you
embarrassed
want
that he
to.
missed. And
Let's go for the second round.
oh, okay. I forget you rolled it,
Yep.
I get
them all at once.
go again.
Adella, you are starting this round. What would you like to do?
Okay.
At the time of my life.
The I'm going to run up to the Twisted Alette and I'm gonna cast Pain,
That
which
sounds unpleasant.
it causes the target 3 temporary wounds and reduces movement. Inflicts excruciating agony on a character. If successful, target is racked with crippling waves of agony. 3 wounds. Movement rate is halved for the duration of the spell. Blah blah blah.
Okay, go for it. I'm presuming you're weaving a thread for it.
Doesn't
is
need
that-
threads.
Oh, okay. Go for it then.
That's a dope ability.
My assumption is that you're going up against her mystic defense, though.
Hit her with a fly swatter.
It is let me see. Yeah, Mystic Defense.
Which is the lowest one. Okay, go for it.
I was gonna use. Nah, I'm not gonna use Karma. It's fine. Okay.
Use instant death. Like so.
Needless to say, that actually worked.
And do I hit? Oh, I don't know what I just hit. Yeah. So
No.
I just go up and just grab her on her tiny little Windling shoulder, and
so that's
grab her.
3 temporary wounds,
That's
right?
her. Yeah, and it says
But it doesn't really deal any damage per se.
no.
Okay.
3 wounds. Movement rate is halved. With success levels, it's increased to an extra 2 rounds. So it says I got 1 extra success.
Okay, so that would be an extra 2 rounds. That's fine.
So that would be 5 rounds because it says rank. So my rank is 3 plus 2 for 5 rounds.
Yep.
So 5 rounds, her movement is halved, and she has 3 temporary wounds.
So
Yes.
what happened is you normally would come up, you would touch someone and perform that spell, and they would start bleeding from somewhere. But in this scenario, you just heard bones breaking, and the ribs where she had here just started sticking out now, like as if she would become a porcupine of bone.
I don't like looking at the twisted
I'm also
version of
going to
myself
say
like
that whenever I use magic, it's like a dark purple glow, just for
That's
some
fine.
flavor.
Ooh.
And you would expect her to scream in pain, but it doesn't seem that Twisted Alette is noticing the pain. The effect is there, but it doesn't seem like it hurts her per se. Okay?
Okay.
Tirli, what is your plan of action?
Isn't the Twisted Alette first?
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Let it be Twisted Alette then. Thanks for
No,
reminding me.
yeah.
Yes, Twisted Alette
What do you,
is in
do you
quite
have
a lot
to
of...
teach her about the homework?
Twisted Alette is in quite a lot of pain, and she was just attacked by Adella, so she will repay in kind for that. She will try and use her Windling sword on you.
What's your physical defense?
Please have my rolls.
Ho 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 ho!
Nope.
No, that didn't work. But what she will do as well is try to leave this place, because she's obviously surrounded by enemies. So her normal movement rate is what?
8.
8. So that's going to be
8
4.
squares. Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's fine.
So-
She couldn't quite move too far away.
So I'm sorry, did that hit me?
No. I've rolled 3 on.
Oh, okay. I thought you rolled
attack.
really good.
I'm sorry, I forgot
Yeah.
you couldn't see my rolls.
Yeah, I can't. So I was like, oh, I
Yeah.
don't know what happened.
No, that's
Okay.
fine.
Great.
Awesome. So can we get Tirli now, please?
Well, as Twisted Alette tries to fly past me, I swipe at her with my broadsword.
Right, go for it.
11. Do I hit her?
11 is enough. Yes, you do. Funny thing, apparently the dice don't show up on stream.
No.
We'll have to see why that is the case.
Each session is a learning session.
Each session is a learning
We'll
session.
figure it out
right.
eventually.
Yep.
From your
Either way,
sound,
yes, you've managed to hit her. So if you let me know what you're doing next, what's the damage?
For some reason, I can't apply damage anymore on the thing, so I'm just going to do it the old school
Yeah,
way.
go for it.
Yeah.
11.
way.
Wow.
get them 11s.
Okay, now we can see the dice. I think it was just Twitch not being alive. Yes, 7 is going right of the armor. The armor is 8. So unfortunately, that was not enough.
So close.
Alette and your Loki. What would you like to do?
Didn't you
Uh,
roll
Two of you.
11? Or am I seeing things?
11 was for the hit, and then 8 for damage.
No, it
Wait.
says 11 for damage.
Yeah, she rolled 11 and then she rolled 11 again, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing.
Where did she
Okay.
roll an 8?
Okay, that's fine. In this case, that's 3 damage to be taken.
Because it says Twisted Luck took 7 after armor applied.
Yep.
That's fine. Cool.
Okay.
Thank you for letting me
How
know.
long does Dominate Beast last?
Let's say that because your snake is loyal to you, I would say it just lasts for the battle.
Okay.
Don't quote
Well,
me on
I
that
want-
on another occasion.
I'm going to have him attack Twisted Tirli again.
Go Loki. Fight her Achilles shield.
Go for it.
Attack! I don't think I can... Can I roll for that?
You should be able to.
Alright, let's see. Bite. Poison.
Loki uses Poison Sting. Super effective.
Super.
I clicked the ability and it didn't do anything on my
Okay,
end.
if you can't
Oh.
roll for it, I'll do it for you. Don't worry.
Hello, Beans.
6 is not enough, unfortunately. He's trying. He's really trying.
He's trying.
Just not
He's trying
doing
his
very
best.
well.
That's all we can ask.
Alright, am my claw shape still up?
Yep.
No.
Yes, it is.
Alright.
Oh.
I want to go after Twisted
Oh, wait.
Alette.
No.
Oh,
Next up, the beam.
Alright. Then unarmed attack.
He closed out Discord on me.
Oh.
Unarmed attack. I want to do +2 for karma.
Go for it if you still have karma to use.
Yep.
Ho ho! 16.
16.
Jesus.
Those are numbers.
Is that to hit or damage?
Unarmed combat is to hit. Then damage is
Okay.
obviously separate. And then you up the damage by the rank of your claw shape.
How do I do damage for... I hit unarmed combat. Do I do claw shape for damage?
Yes.
Okay. Don't... 4.
Not a whole lot. It
No.
crazed off. Killith, what it is that you would like to do?
I would like to try to continue stabbing this
Stab.
creature.
Stab away.
Still an aggressive attack.
You are, yep.
Yep, I'm staying in it. This time I'm only gonna use 1 karma. Because I'm stingy.
Your stinginess seems to be paying off anyway.
Oh,
You can roll damage. Actually, 17. She's gonna try and do an avoid blow. Let's see if that will do anything.
Sucks that they have their own abilities.
The
I was like,
struggle.
that's so annoying of myself.
I'm so annoyed.
God damn it.
Stay still.
Why am I so
okay,
good at
use
this?
the thing I use.
Unfortunately, that wasn't enough. She didn't manage to avoid that, so go ahead and roll that damage.
Yeah.
You say,
Oh, I
hopefully
forgot.
they have...
I forgot
My
to
character
target
has
her.
my bad rolls.
You can roll damage straight from the chat window.
Yeah.
Ho ho!
What?
Okay,
That's
Apply
right.
damage?
that was That
She's
was quite a
unconscious.
bit. So Tirli is down, or twisted Tirli is down. She's not really unconscious. She fizzles
don't
into
call
the
that
wind.
thing
She
Tirli.
just, she just turns into a dust with that last hit. She pops up in smoke and she's gone.
Ha.
Just FYI, my AirPods are dying. So I'm about to have to switch to these.
That's fine. Not a problem.
Go to the
So
old
that
fashioned.
was gonna be her turn, but obviously that ain't happening now.
No?
Fuck.
Get out of here, twisted Tirli. How
That's
dare
what
you?
happens when you look like my
Alette
friend, but you
and
aren't my friend.
Loki go first the next round.
Just fuck around and find out.
Go Loki.
Jack. Can he get to Twisted Alette?
She's
He can
flying
try.
up right now, so he can get
Ah.
around her. He can slither towards the campfire, but that's about all he can do. He won't be able to catch up with her.
Okay. Alright, then I am going to use something I have not used yet because I haven't been able to. I'm going to use my sword, my Windling sword.
Sure.
I'm going against her. My targeting her.
Windling toothpick.
Yeah.
To y'all.
The needle.
Let's see.
Windling versus
I-
windling.
Let's see. Missile weapon? No, not missile.
Sword.
Sword. I have throwing and missile. I don't have melee. So what would
That's pure dexterity then.
dexterity?
Yep.
Get him.
Come on.
Get him. Get him.
Got a 6 at nope.
No, that is a big fat no. I'm sorry. Not really, but there you go.
I mean, it could
Twisted
be a small
Alette.
slim no.
We'll look at the whole group. Oh, and I know what she'll do. She will fly up to Loki.
Oh
She'll
no.
Oh.
try to use Command Beast first. Or
No.
Dominate Beast.
She's going to
Yes.
try to dominate my own.
A sweet boy.
Please, please fail. Don't turn my snake against me. That's my baby.
Don't talk to me or my son ever again.
Don't talk to me. So she flies down to him and she goes, "Bite her!" And you can see that he turns around towards Alette and he's gonna
No.
attack. He's jumping up at her.
No.
Baby.
Unfortunately, that is what it is. He's gonna go for a bite. He's gonna do it aggressively. Is 9 enough?
Nope.
Nope. No, he just
Oh,
jumped
poor boy.
up and
Even
tried to
possessed,
bite
you
you.
can't hit.
So that was one thing that she did, and then the other thing that she will do is fly up to Adella, because she's close. And with her claw shape, she will do an unarmed combat.
I'm beaten.
The group mascot's here.
Yay.
Oh, okay, bye, Winnie. I love you.
Adella, is 17 enough to hit you? What is your...
What do you think?
My physical defense is 8.
So
But
that's-
I'm
Yeah.
gonna use a void blow.
Go for it. Absolutely. So you'd have to roll 17 or above.
Swatter away like a bug.
Okay.
Not 17, sorry, the difference. So your physical defense is 8, so you're looking at
Get the
9 if
mosquito
my math
spray.
is correct.
Okay, and I'm going to also use 1 karma.
Go for it. Wow! You've managed. Well done. Very well done.
Not that hard. She's just the size of a bug.
And it is your turn now.
I'm just gonna use Old Faithful Spirit Dart. It's like point blank range right at her. Cast.
Hello, Codium.
So
That is
9 is actually enough in that scenario. You can roll the effect.
Okay.
Apply damage.
Alright.
Well done. Very well done.
Alright. Yeah, I summon this like dark purple glowing dart and just literally she's so close, she's fucking right at her, right in the shoulder.
Yeah, she
Just
got
flick.
right.
I'm gonna pretend she's actually Flyleaf because I didn't get to kill him myself. So like
This
This
my
is weird
chance.
seeing your friends attack a twisted version of yourself.
It's clearly twisted though. It's not you.
I
Tirli,
know, but it looks close enough like me.
Tirli, is there anything you'd like to do?
All right. So, am I close enough to hit Twisted Alette with no? I guess I'm not. So, but I can move a few steps before.
Yes. To be honest, you can get to her if you want to. Just go around the campfire, unless you want to jump over it.
No, I'll just go.
I don't trust Spark that much.
Yeah, not yet. Our relationship hasn't got that far. And I do a stabby stab.
Do a
With
stab,
my
stab
broad-
then. Yep.
Yeah, straight at the Twisted Alette with my broadsword.
The best kind.
Oh, good.
That's a no.
No.
That's
Okay.
unfortunate.
Vince, I know what my own physical defense is, so I could hit a number and be like,
I've targeted her for you though, so the next time it just shows you whether you've succeeded or not.
I have it.
Killith,
Yes.
hello.
I think I'm going to walk. Can I walk over to her?
What's your
no.
speed?
Speed. I think it's
Movement
like.
rate 14.7, so you
I think
can
you
do
said
7.
yours was 7.
Yeah.
Oh, I think my foundry's lagging. Yep. It just shut down, so I need to reload.
You're
That's
moving
fine.
on my screen.
I've moved you 7 anyway, so
Okay.
you're
Thank
not
you.
quite close enough to attack her just yet. Is there anything else you want to do? Or are you just gonna move the next turn? Or you can dash this turn, but you won't be able to obviously do your attack.
Or you could say there's a rock and pick it up
I
and throw
think
it.
I'm going out of aggressive then.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I guess I'll just move to her with my full action.
I'll do that for you. I'll take the aggressive out and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Can I go into defensive?
Sure. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, okay, then I'll do that.
Okay. So I've done that for you, and that is the end of this
Yeah.
combat round. And the next one is started by Alette and her snake again.
Wow, I literally rolled a
Well, my
0.
snake's still turned against me, right?
Oh
so
yeah,
far.
Loki.
You can try and dominate Beast and turn him back against her.
Remind him of the good times.
Yeah. I'm going to dominate Beast.
Remember when you
against-
weren't trying to bite me?
Remember when we were friends and I raised you? Alright, dominate Beast. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
8.
What is his? Yep, that is sufficient. He looks at you and there's absolutely no understanding in his eyes whatsoever. Looks between you and Twisted Alette and just slithers away.
Oh,
He's having none of this shit.
he's having a
Understandable,
rough.
buddy. Understandable.
Run.
He just goes and curls up by the
And I can still
Not getting
attack.
paid
Yep,
enough for
yep,
this.
yep.
Combat. Where? I'm not going to get close. I'm going to use my bow. So that is missile weapon.
Yep, correct.
Okay.
Ho ho ho!
Yeah, hell yeah.
17.
That is obviously a hit.
I am targeting her. So,
it
Windling
doesn't
bow, damage 3.
Hold on, 17, but I was
Oh.
gonna say, hold on, but her physical defense is 8, so that's an extra success. So that's plus 2 steps to damage.
Okay, so can I re-roll that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Same thing. It didn't make any
Yeah.
difference.
Thank you, kind DM.
Thank you, but that didn't do anything.
Not a
Kind and
problem.
benevolent.
Not a problem whatsoever. 6 and 6. This is exactly what we were looking for.
At least it wasn't any less.
Yeah.
Tirli.
So, being super annoyed by my last attempt, I went into defensive stance at
Yep.
the beginning of this round, and I am once again going to try and hit Twisted Alette with my broadsword.
It's just all around her.
Yeah, sorry, I'm so hard hit.
So annoying!
Like trying to squash a fly.
7.
Yeah, like actually trying to kill a fly.
7 is actually enough because she went into aggressive attack last round. So yes, that hits.
Nice, okay.
Can you deal another 37 damage?
13.
13
Yeah.
damage. Well done. What is the armor? 4, so that's 9 damage. You can apply to the token.
Yes, I have. Ha! Finally.
Well done. Very, very well done.
Damn Twisted Alette.
The
With the
snake
power
will
of my magic stand.
go and hide here in the bones.
Oh.
Twisted Alette
Understandable.
will fly up so that none of you can actually reach her with your normal weapons.
Of course.
And she will go into the Windling bow, just like the actual Alette did.
And with flying
Oh,
up,
no.
is that still half?
Who is she going
half,
after?
It's halved. Be able to fly
Uh,
up that far?
Regardless of who she's going after, she rolled a 2, so that's a no one in particular.
Good.
So,
How dare you use my own abilities against me?
I mean, is bow one of your abilities? How
Not
dare
one of my
you use
abilities.
the same type of weapon?
Adella, what do you want to do?
I'm like she's up there, right?
She is up there, yes.
Fucking spirit dart again.
Go for it.
Get her, get her, get her.
9, yep, absolutely. Success.
Yeah, like a
You
German
can go for
saying
the
no.
effect. Ho-ho!
Yeah. Yeah.
16.
16.
Apply damage.
Mm-mm.
That means she got.
She is getting there. Killith.
She has 4 wounds now.
Is there any way I can hit her?
I'm pretty sure you still have a hatchet, if I remember correctly.
Do
No,
I?
he threw both of them.
I thought I
at the
threw it
bat in
off
the
with
cave.
the bats. Yeah.
In this case, no, you haven't got a hatchet.
Does it says make a knockdown test? Does she actually have to make a knockdown test?
I've done it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Can I just fucking pick up a rock and throw it at her?
Absolutely. Plenty of rocks are about.
Okay,
Wait till we
what's
get
that?
somewhere where there's no rocks and we can't just pick up a rock and throw it.
I don't have missile weapons, so is that just strength?
Either throwing weapons or just dexterity.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't have either of those. 2.
Nope, that rock went not where you wanted it to go.
Get down here and fight me, coward.
You don't think she'll listen to that, actually. Adella.
Okay. Because Alette goes after me. And Alette has a bow, right? You said.
Yeah,
Yep.
I have a bow.
All right, arrow of night on
Ooh.
Alette for
Awesome.
her bow.
That gives me +6.
Yeah, I have to cast it. Yeah.
Well
Yes,
done.
and
Yep.
that's
I like Phil.
one.
And
Oh,
it-
so
yeah.
with one extra success that lasts for +2 rounds. So if you don't use it this round, you'll still have 2 rounds to use it.
Correct.
And it's
I don't have anything else I will do, so I probably will use it.
and
But
it's
before
+6.
that happens, it's Twisted Alette's turn.
So +6 to the
Wait, why did I
attack to see if
roll
I
a-
hit, and +6 to damage.
Why did I only roll at the... Oh, because I'm in defensive
Yeah.
stance. Oh, I'm a
Yep.
dumbass.
Oh yeah.
Twisted Alette will aim at Killith with her bow and try that, and probably fail miserably because you're in defensive stance, aren't you? So 5 will definitely not be where we need to go. Alette,
I'm using my bow.
go for it.
Let's see. That's missile weapons +6.
Oh, there. Turn it into dust.
Well done.
22.
Very well
That's
done.
awesome. And then damage, Windling bow,
And that's +3, isn't it? Or +6 as well?
+6.
+6.
+6. Okay, go for it.
10.
Hey.
Yay.
And with that,
I can hit apply damage. There you go.
Jesus.
And with that, Twisted Alette is barely alive at this point. Killith?
Just give up. Make it easier for all of us.
Killith, because of all the damage Twisted Alette took, she's actually flying very, very low right now. You will be able to hit her with a sword, both you and Tirli, when your turn comes.
Great. Well, I think it is my turn.
Go for it then!
I
You're
am
up.
Take it
going...
out.
I'm going to get out of defensive stance, going into aggressive attack of my dream, walk over to her, and try and hit her with my sword. Oh, why not? Let's use 1 karma.
Ho ho ho! Splurging all over the place. Wow! I would say it's a decent roll. Well done for that. 25, 3 extra successes.
Enter.
Oh my god, a D20! It's the first time I'm seeing this
Oh
game.
my god.
Only 33 damage. Not a lot, is it?
Woo!
Phew. That
And
was
with
annoying.
this, Twisted Alette fizzles into non-existence. Well done, everybody.
Woohoo!
That was weird.
That was super weird. I didn't like that at all.
I'm gonna fly over to Loki as soon as she fizzles and try to get him to come out. Be like, it's over. It's over.
Okay, roll for Animal Bond. Let's see if
Oh.
Loki will come out to
Oh,
you, because he's seen things now, right? He's
Oh,
seen
no.
this twisted version
Don't give
of
him
you.
PTSD.
Yes, he will come out. He's back out and he's
thank
still loyal to you.
Thank God. I'm
Please.
so sorry. But I'm just gonna pet his head. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
So
What's
it
up,
is.
Spark? How are you feeling after this?
Spark's just chilling in the fire.
Spark is absolutely terrified. He's shaking in the
Oh, no.
fireplace. He's actually, now that the fight subsided, he will have crawled out from the fireplace and just jumped back into his lantern and shut it behind him.
Oh,
Buried himself underneath the stones that Adella gave him.
Just look at the pile of dust. Look what you've done.
So it's about 2 o'clock in the morning at this point in time. You can either all go to sleep and then all will be able to do recovery test in the morning, or if someone stays and guards, they won't have rested enough to do a recovery test. What is your take on that?
I'm
I
going to
would
sleep.
like to sleep.
Yeah.
yeah.
I somehow still have damage from last week, so
Same.
I need
Yeah,
to get rid of
I still have damage from last week too.
Yes.
I'm lucky I didn't take any.
So it's you're not guarding. You're just going to sleep. That's fine. So all of you have gone.
So can we
To
click the
sleep.
new day button down here?
Yes, you can. You can click New Day button, and that should give you your recovery tests.
And I used the last of my karma? No.
So how you regain karma in this setting? You have to declare when you go for a full sleep that you're performing karma ritual either before or after, and just describe what it is that you're doing. It has to be something to do with your discipline. So, for example, a warrior would be polishing his weaponry and maybe practicing certain moves, things like that.
I am sharpening my sword and trying.
I'm just taking my animals down, having Loki's head in my lap, just kind of petting it and trying to soothe him while I let Arachne just kind of do her own thing around me.
Okay. Chris, you were saying, sorry?
I guess I'm. Well, first, I guess I'm. I don't know if they left anything because they turned to dust, but I guess I'm cleaning my sword, maybe sharpening it real quick, and then I'm probably gonna. Then he's probably gonna start like taking out his dad's notebook and try and like get ideas for a ranged weapon because
Okay.
he's in need of one.
Yes, he definitely is. Absolutely. Cool. Tirli?
I was zoning out a little bit with the recovery test. So is this in the morning or in the night?
No, in the evening. We're still in the evening because
we're still in the
are
evening.
to go to sleep now.
Okay. Can I try and fix that map one more time before going to sleep?
Yeah, sure. Go for map making.
I need to do some work on this before we travel in the morning. Come on.
Yes, you've only been walking for a few hours really, so yes, you are able to ascertain where you've come from and sort of draw the road or the path that you came through. And Adella, anything?
I'm just like sitting down with my grimoire and just reattuning the spells for like the next day before going to bed.
Okay. Is that enough for you? Go away now. So you all have gone to sleep and no one was left to look after your safety and well-being. You get up. Well, actually, Tirli, you wake up first. And you notice that Spark is missing. You see little footprints burned out in the grass, going in a direction where it's a bit more trees, a bit more shrubbery.
Oh shit!
Is he outside of the crystal?
Yeah, is he outside of the crystal? I can't.
Yes, he must be outside of the crystal. Yes.
Everybody's gonna think it's me that chased him away. So I wake up the others. Guys!
What? Huh? What?
Spark's
What's
gone.
up?
It's not me, it wasn't me, but Spark is gone. I think
What? What do you mean he's gone?
What, like
there's
he
Are you
went for a
pointing out the
walk, or
footprints?
we can maybe follow him if we can maybe catch him before he's gone somewhere. I mean, he's outside of our protective thing now.
And he leaves little
Yeah.
footprints. So.
He
Can I
does,
touch the
yes.
footprints to see if they're still warm?
No, they're not.
Oh.
They're absolutely not warm anymore.
No, damn it.
Looks like we're going on a mission to find Spark, our child, as we
Yeah,
take
but
to
like
call him.
he has small legs, so he can't go that fast, right?
Unless he, as soon as we fell asleep, booked it and has been going for several hours.
I guess.
So I understand that you guys are following the footprints or the trace.
Can I try my heat vision?
Oh yeah, you can absolutely.
Ooh.
Yeah. So you switch into heat vision, and even though the footprints aren't warm anymore, in the distance you see a little point of heat somewhere in the shrubbery. So you all are following the footsteps that he had left. You go through some quite high bushes and some trees, and at some point you hear a voice. Almost a melodic, almost like singing voice. You don't recognize the words, but you sort of move the shrubbery away, and you see this little guy, Spark, standing just in front of the river, on the brink of water, and this really large, beautifully shaped lady made out of water, pure water elemental, who's holding his hand to him. He jumps on that hand made of water, but he doesn't die. Then nothing happens to him, and she lifts him up and she starts singing to him, and he seems really happy. He starts flying around her head in that joyous movement. It looks like your fire elemental found himself a girlfriend who's a water elemental.
Scandalous.
Especially
Is
for
she like a normal size person?
She's normal sized, yes. He's just this tiny little thing, and she's like a normal human being. Very slender, very slim, long hair, everything made out of water. It's like a silhouette made of living water.
Whisper to the others.
Is it like
Should we
clean water
interrupt?
or like toxic water? Like we saw before?
Normal water. Normal,
Okay,
clean
yeah.
water.
Can I get a girlfriend? Like, what the hell?
Well, should we interrupt this?
I don't know if we should watch.
I feel kind of weird about this, yes. Could we just like wait till he comes back?
He might
Will
not.
he come back?
He might not come back.
Hmm.
Well, no, he made a promise. We still have the poem that he promised to protect, right?
Yeah, but who knows how well he will follow that promise since he now has a girlfriend, apparently.
Yeah, but like we're his family.
How
He
do
said it
we-
himself.
How do
Yeah,
we know
okay.
she's safe though? How do we know that she's not just trying to, I don't know, absorb him and his powers?
Yeah, she could
I
be like a
know.
type of gold digger or something.
I don't know how elementals work.
I don't know how
I thought he
how
was gonna die as
relationships
soon as
work
he
between
touched.
those.
I
Yeah, I
don't know how
thought
it
he
works.
was about to die when he stepped on her hand. So
I don't know if you guys remember, but when you first met Spark, he can choose when he lights something on fire or not. He can touch things without lighting them, or he can touch them with lighting them on fire. So you presume it's the same with water elementals.
so she chose not to drown him, basically.
Exactly. Or not to extinguish him.
Okay. Should we introduce ourselves
I don't know.
and hope Spark
He's
explains
singing
that we're
the song.
friendly?
It's very pretty.
As
I don't
his
know.
parents, we should be introduced to his
Yeah.
girlfriend.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I've never
Who
dated
knows
him.
if that girlfriend will turn on us though?
Well, let's find out, and then
I don't know how this works.
As you
see if
as you are close to making a decision on what to do next, a shadow appears in the sky, and then the next one next to it, and then the third one. You look up, and you see 3 flying ships crossing over your heads.
What the fuck is that?
Roughly flying in the direction when you were walking in. The water dryad notices it as well, and she disperses back into the river, leaving Spark on the grass. And then he turns around and sees you, and then sees the ships.
Come here, Spark. Come here.
He ran back
What
to
the
you and
fuck is
jumped
that?
back into his lantern.
Is that a bird?
Yeah. What are those?
And they are proper galleons, proper big
Unless
ships.
you wouldn't be able to fly up there and see what it is.
Too
right?
high.
Yeah, I could.
That would be
It's-
too high.
It's
Well,
and also I'll be out of range of the crystal, so I wouldn't be protected.
oh yeah.
That's weird. Somebody must be piloting those ships. Someone,
But
or something.
they're going towards the city, or
Uh,
what was?
they're going in roughly the same direction as you were walking. Whether they're going towards the city or anywhere else, you don't know. It's just, like, general direction is the same.
I mean, now that we know Spark, now that Spark's back, hey, by the way, hi Spark, glad you're back, glad you're safe. We can talk about her later.
Yeah, I would like to know more about this.
Or him, I don't know.
When you notice her, you can see that his cheeks burn brighter red than the rest of his body.
That's cute.
Listen, buddy, we were worried about you.
We were afraid you would.
But you
die
clearly have
almost.
everything under control.
If you're gonna leave, just let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're too young to be married.
Okay. Besides that, just leave us a note or something.
I just
worried.
heard her sing, and it was so beautifully enticing. I just had to go. I'm sorry, mommy. I'm sorry, mommy. I'm sorry, mommy. I'm sorry, daddy.
You can just call Killith is fine.
Just family, parents, that's fine.
I feel a little weird with the mommy dad. Just call me Killith.
So the ships that have just flown over you are sort of losing the altitude. It seems like they're landing down somewhere just behind a couple of little hills that you've seen from afar.
It would be impolite not to introduce us, right?
But we also don't know if they're harmful, so can we watch from a distance first before we decide just to willy-nilly introduce ourselves?
I say we start heading that way and as quietly as possible.
Yeah.
Well, if they're harmful, we have the but we also have the crystal to protect or hide us.
If there are horrors or whatever, then they won't see us anyway. So.
So you go that way, and let's see that the terrain is helping you as you go up those hills that behind which the ships landed. The grass grows really tall, so Alette, if you're on the ground, you can't be seen at all. Killith, yes, you're sort of up to your chest in grass, and the rest of you, just the top of your head is sticking out.
I can't see anything.
My green skin gives me natural color.
You have gotten there in time to see the ships land properly, and what you see is there's already some ships in there. You can distinguish two different emblems on the ships that were already there and the ships that have landed now. So the ships that were already there had like a thunder emblem on them, and the ships that are landing now have like an icicle, like ice. It's called an icicle, isn't it? Emblem on them.
It's just like a triangle, or
just like a very sharp triangle. Yeah. But clearly an ice, like a white icicle triangle. And as far as
Harry Potter and Jack Frost.
As far as Killith you go, you recognize that on board of the ships that have landed, as well as the ones that have already disembarked, are trolls. All of them are trolls. They're two different troll clans. And you feel certain longing for your people. In the Kaer, you didn't really get on with the trolls that lived there. You always aspired to a bit more than, the little bullies that pushed Windlings into nests of vipers. And here you see two clans of what you feel is your blood. The ones that have landed started disembarking. They're very heavily guarded. Altogether, there is about 50 trolls in there, very heavily armed, huge crossbows, huge axes and swords. Clearly, a lot of magical items on them. You can almost sense that magic going through you. And you've noticed also that the ones that have just landed are all males, while the ones that were waiting for them are all females.
So the thunder ones were females and the icicle ones were males?
Correct, yes.
Guys, can we go say hi?
I I don't know if we should. Maybe you.
Yeah, I've been saying you can go.
Are we about to like witness like a weird troll orgy or like I'm not like sure.
So what you're seeing from up your hill is just a huge field or glade of grass, amazingly open space. So there's this 6 or 7 ships in there, but there's still a lot of open space in there. So if you were to approach, you'd be easily seen from afar. But they don't seem to be the guys that are guarding, the ones with huge crossbows and huge swords. They are looking around, but it seems weird. They're looking up more than around on the ground level. It's like they're expecting something to come from up top. And then there is some additional trolls that are taking out like chests and barrels from those ships and putting them in the middle of that glade. You think it's some sort of trade that's going to be going on.
Should we wait and see what's going on, or approach?
Can I hear like they're talking troll?
You're still quite far away.
Okay,
You can't
okay.
hear specific words.
I mean, at the very least, we can go a little closer and check it out, right?
You can.
I don't want to go alone.
I'll come.
Yeah, I'll come.
I don't want to be by myself either, so if everybody else is going, I guess I'm going too.
Just
sure.
you better tell them in troll that we come in peace.
Yeah.
Sure. I
Real?
mean, peace is not really a word in troll, but yeah, I'll figure something out.
Real quick, I have to
Friends.
use the bathroom.
Yeah, go for it. We can take a 5-minute
Yes.
bathroom break. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your approach to the troll mood gathering?
Well, Killith's definitely in front.
Should we
And he-
kind of go up with hands up kind of deal, like just like a
Well, I've definitely not with our weapon for.
Killith, can I ask you to just roll maybe a half magic for me?
Okay, glad. I was afraid you were gonna say charisma.
I wouldn't do that to you, but it
Ah.
wouldn't. But, do you know what? Just for comparison, roll charisma. See, twice as
Wow.
charismatic. I will give you something for that roll. So it wasn't for waste. You do realize that the way they've landed the ships and the way the guards have come out, in the very middle there is 4 trolls meeting, and they must be the leaders of respective clans or respective moods.
Okay.
Okay?
Following you, Killith. We don't know what to do.
all you, buddy.
I don't know
you,
what
buddy.
to do either. I've never met trolls like this. Every single troll I've met besides my family has been big and dumb and stupid. I
So-
mean, not to try and say anything about trolls in general, but
Maybe the outside trolls are different to the inside trolls.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I know just as much about these guys as you, but I don't really like the pressure of all you guys saying, "Hey, Killith, you got this." When
Maybe
I
just
don't
go
think
up
so.
to the. Yeah, you know the language. You know how to speak to them.
okay,
You're the translator.
And we've got your back if anything goes
Yeah.
wrong. So.
Absolutely.
yeah.
Okay, so you come down to the trolls. As soon as you start going downhill and they notice you, all the crossbows go up, and they start calling for their leaders. You hear that the name Nyoku is being called out, and this troll.
Let's get a spelling.
N-I-O-K-U. Nyoku.
In
I-O-K-U.
that was close.
Claire.
Oh, yes. What happened?
Oh,
You're
you did
breathing
get that.
into the microphone.
Your
Oh,
microphone.
sorry.
Yeah. Yes. So they started calling for someone called Nyoku, and this fairly large troll lady shows up. But the thing that stands out the most is absolutely massive bow that she's got behind her back. It's almost like a small tree to an extent. And you see her looking up and going, "Who are you and where do you hail from?"
Hello.
What
Is
I'm
this
here.
in
This,
common or troll?
what is
Oh,
what
yeah.
is what is your blood? What is your clan, troll?
I'm not sure myself, but we are from a Kaer. We recently stepped out of it.
You are from underground. You
Yeah.
folks have come out too early. This isn't safe for you, especially, and she looks you up and down in sort of a dismissive way and goes, especially when your equipment looks like this. And then she looks at your sword and she looks at your companion's armors, and you realize when you look at her, whatever she's got on her is massive plate armor, huge bow, massive sword, a lot of magical emblems and runes and gems in her armor and all over her. And then next to her is this old little hunkered down troll lady, and she takes out of her pocket something that looks like a compass and starts sort of measuring you in a way and goes, "Doesn't seem to work, my lady." And Nyoku
right.
looks at you and goes, "Are you dampening magic somehow?"
I didn't hear that, sorry.
Are you dampening magic?
Yes?
Is there
It's got-
anything you use for magical camouflage?
Yes. Which is kind of the reason why we're out here. We didn't really have a choice. We kind of had to leave. So the whole thing about us being too early, is like, yeah. Also the thing about my armor and sword, I mean that's fair, but I made the sword myself, so I'm quite proud of it. And I know as a craftsman I should take criticism, but like, you don't have to be mean about it. But yeah, we're camouflage.
She smiles at you and she says, "I apologize. My
Thank
comment was not about your craftsmanship. It was more about the firepower of your weapon, so to speak." And you can see as she says firepower, her bow lights up in a flame.
That's cool. Sorry.
Are you saying that out loud? That's cool.
Yeah.
She goes, "Yeah, I know, it is."
Yeah.
Are they speaking in troll or?
Yeah, if it's like, what are we hearing?
Yeah. like-
They have initiated in common language because they saw that you are behind the
Okay.
troll. However, if Killith indicates he wants to speak in troll, he will.
No, comment's fine.
So, and as soon as this part of the conversation is done, another troll, clearly very high ranking, with crystal armor on him. It's an armor made of living crystal, something that you have only heard in tales about. He comes out and he says, "What are you doing here? And what the hell is that magic dampener that you're carrying around?"
Well, we're here because we need to find a elf to help our care, because it's currently in danger.
An elf? That is bizarre.
Yes.
Where are you heading?
To a jungle, I believe. I don't know if it's still there because this map is 200 years old. So yeah. But yeah,
I take out the map and I just
I
show
crossed
it.
the river or lake or what it is.
They look at the map that you show them, and they will both look at one another and just say. Nyoku will say, I have sent scouts that way a couple of times. There is a mansion in the jungle we wanted to check out. None of them returned. I decided I don't want to waste any more men.
Oh, that's foreboding. But we don't really have a choice. I mean, we do have, but like, if we choose not to, everyone we love will. So yeah.
They will.
I
look
don't
at,
suppose you. Oh.
They will look at one another and say, well, in this case, it's tough times all around, and if we don't help one another, then who we are really? What can we do for you?
Well, I mean, we don't really have a lot of rations, so if you had some to spare, that would be great. Other than that, I guess if we were able to maybe get a lift, that would be cool. I don't know about the rest of you, since we speak in common, everyone can talk.
Nyoku will turn around and say, follow me, and she takes you deeper into that temporary camp that they have set up, and you can see those chests that you have seen being taken out of the ships and the barrels. They're full of things like food, weaponry, armor. There's no money to be seen anywhere. There's no gold or silver or anything like that. Some of the chests are with things that you don't recognize, but they clearly are imbued with a lot of magic in them. Also in the very middle you can see there's an exchange of sorts. There is 3 very young troll males and 3 troll females that are being introduced to one another in a way that it seems that they know their purpose in meeting each other, that they will be procreating and making sure that the lines of certain families persist.
So you guys have been living in this wasteland all this time?
It's not safe to settle anywhere. We have to manage our numbers. We have to manage our food rations. So we live in a very nomadic way. We spend a week, maybe 2 in one place, and then when horrors realize and start attacking, we move to another place. And this is how we make do.
Smart.
I didn't think anyone could survive out here. That's dope.
There was a lot of us when this scourge started. Only very select few were able to afford Kaers. Even fewer were willing to go underground. I would say that when this whole debacle started, there were tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of name givers here, still living on the surface. Now we're all few and far between. Maybe there's 1,000 of us, maybe 700. We have been decimated, but these who have survived have learned how to survive. We have to make certain sacrifices. And then she looks up at the sky again, very nervously. We have been here too long already. Take what you need, and she opens one of the chests, and it's not a lot of food, but still something that you can take. A lot of fruit and apples and pears, some dried meats, a lot of vegetables.
Awesome.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Yes.
you.
And take what we need without being super, like,
Without being greedy.
yeah,
Yeah.
without being greedy about it. They're being nice to us, so we're just gonna take what we need for our journey. And
This is really cool. I've never met trolls like you. All the trolls I know have just been like bullies. But this
Mean.
is really cool. Yeah.
Nyoku looks at you and she says, I have to say, I have never met a troll like you either. And she
Thank you.
puts her hand out for you.
I shake it.
You have a very firm and strong handshake with Nyoku the troll.
Yeah. Oh, before I go, sorry to ask for more, but I mean, seeing the bow on your back kind of reminded me of something.
Yes?
I don't really have a good
Melee.
weapon.
I mean, missile.
Yeah. Do you have anything I could borrow? Or I guess take would be the right answer since I don't really know if I would be bringing it back. But like a ranged weapon, like a crossbow or bow,
She
or
looks
maybe
at
just
you.
a sling.
She looks at you and she says, so you are telling me that the fate of your Kaer is in your hands.
More or less, yes.
I see. And she will take the bow from her back and present it to you.
I can't take this. I mean, I just met you, and this is like this. I mean, I don't know.
Don't take it!
Take the damn bow,
As-
Killith.
As you can see, I've got many capable women to protect me.
Well,
You are responsible right now for more lives than I have ever been. If you manage to complete your quest and go back home, tell the tales of Nyoku the Archer, who helped you when you needed it.
thank you. The bow.
No, did we get clarification on hitching a ride though? I'm very, very sorry. You guys are very, very kind. I mean, like,
We've already been attacked by twisted versions
I
of
think-
ourselves.
I think with the way they said they have to move everything, so they could drive us in specific. I think they have like a route maybe. I'm
yeah,
not sure.
I mean, if you don't mind, I just flip my hair over my shoulder and like bat my eyelashes. Like,
Oh, good God.
I mouth to us.
Nyoku will say that she's going in an opposite direction, but Sibir will step in and say, if you need a ride across the river, I can do that much for you. I will set you off in the jungles.
that would be
Thanks,
great.
That's
That would
That
be
would
amazing.
be lovely.
Oh, absolutely, that'd be amazing.
Under one condition.
What's up?
We need to check you for horror presence.
Oh,
And
yeah.
whatever it is that you're using right now for magic dampening is stopping our instruments from doing the necessary checks. And you realize that the person that stands next to him is a young officer, and he's been sort of using different little contraptions that you don't know what they are, shaking them and trying to sort of get a reading of you, but your Agath crystal is obviously stopping that from happening.
So
Should we
as-
step out of the field, scan us, and step back in, or do we have
Well,
to get rid of
didn't
it
you say that
completely?
like if they're looking for it, they can see us?
it still like dampens the magic. So if anything, like I'll hold
Oh,
on to
okay.
it, step back, let them scan the three of you, and then
Yeah.
just switch out real quick. That way, I don't have we don't have to put it down and leave it somewhere.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
I was kind of afraid they were gonna try and steal it, but now they've been really kind. Yeah.
As soon as you agree to doing that, you can see in the sky a massive tentacles appear from behind a cloud, and
Oh,
everybody
God.
scatters back to the ships. It's up to you what you want to do.
Are we
Uh,
outside of the field?
No, you're
Oh,
in the field right now.
What was his name? Sorry.
Sibir?
Sabir.
Sabir.
Sabir, what do we do?
He
Can
looks
we
at you
come
and
with
he
you?
goes, quickly, onto the ship!
Okay then.
And this is
Wow.
where
That's
we
what we
will end today's session.
All right.
All
Damn.
right. We're on a
Great.
flying ship.
We stopped Adella from flirting.
So, thank you very much for playing today. Thank you very much for watching, and we will
And I
be
got
back.
a cool ass bow. I thought I was just gonna get like a.
Well, I
Yeah.
didn't plan on it, but you were nice. She was nice. So there you go. You've got a bow out
He
of
was
that
just
deal.
nice. He's a
Which-
nice person.
By
Shows
the
you how a
way,
little kindness.
we were supposed to switch out one of my skills for the seduce or flirt skill, by the way, which we didn't do.
That's fine.